A very warm welcome to the Find Your Fire tribe. Guess what? It's another Fire Friday. And for those of you who have not joined us before, I just introduced myself as Wendy Orching, founder of Healing Spaces Caribbean and tribe mom of the Find Your Fire tribe. And with me today, we have Dr. Rashmi Chury, who is a very special return guest to the Fire Fridays. And she's a return guest because just about maybe 2 weeks ago, she did a really fascinating discussion about her journey from dentist to hypnotherapist, where she expressed to us the passion and the motivation that filled her about helping people to shine from the inside out. And her event was so popular and so successful within the tribe that I invited her to come back and share a bit more about her destination, where she is right now. And I know that's not her destination. She's always going to be changing and evolving, but she's going to share with us her current situation, how she uses hypnotherapy to help people smile from the inside out. And I believe today the topic is an introduction to Lakshmi Hypnotherapy. So with that, I am so delighted to welcome back Dr. Rashmi Chury. Welcome. Thank you for being with us again. And we hope it won't be the last time.
Thank you so much. Such a lovely, warm welcome, Wendy. And I'm absolutely honoured to be back again in this lovely community. So thank you. And yes, so I know some of you are aware of my story a little bit, but I'll just give a little brief recap for those who didn't know. So I am a dentist in the UK. And I've been practicing here for over 28 years now, so a long time. And I came into dentistry because I always wanted to help people to smile. And I could see the difference, how people had been in so much pain. And they would come sometimes holding their hand over their mouth because they used to be so ashamed of their smile. And it's been amazing to be able to help people to do that. Through COVID, I realized I had a calling back to my passion that I'd discovered over 15 years ago when I had trained doing some medical hypnosis, and I found that really useful for myself, for general stress management, and to help friends and family as well at the time. So through COVID, it was the ideal time to revisit that. And I had this strong purpose that I felt I needed to help the medical professionals who were on the front line and were facing PTSD, anxiety, and all the trauma of having to deal with patients. And they themselves were facing, risking their lives basically before the vaccines. About 10% of the dentists, of the doctors and dentists were dying really. And in dentistry, we had the highest rate of mortality. So through that period, I retrained and became a hypnotherapist and a psychotherapist. So I was helping friends of friends, clients, my case studies, with all sorts of things really. Hypnotherapy is amazing for helping people through anxiety, depression, say PTSD, trauma, pain management, IBS, anger, addictions, phobias. The list can go on and on, really. And so I don't want to go on and on.
What is the difference between hypnosis and hypnotherapy?
Good question. So hypnosis is actually just a natural altered state of consciousness. It's also known by the name of trance. And it's a safe state that we actually pretty much all go into on a regular basis, and many times during the day as well. So if you've ever had that experience of drifting off when you're watching Netflix or whatever, something on TV.
After dinner, always after dinner.
That's right. Or sometimes when you're doing a journey driving that you've just done so many times, and you kind of wonder, how did you get from A to B sometimes? Because you've just gone into a trance state. And also, if you're going out for a run, for instance. So it's really common and nothing to be scared of, really. It's something that we all do. And hypnotherapy is something that is done by a trained licensed hypnotherapist to get the client into that state of hypnosis. So they're licensed, and obviously, as I say, yeah, it's an unregulated profession, and it varies from country to country. In some places, actually, doing hypnosis is actually illegal still. So you've got to be, so you've got to be very careful about who you go to and make sure that you're in safe hands. So hypnotherapy is using that trance state to benefit the clients in those ways that I've mentioned before. So that the whole sole purpose is to give benefits, because there's also stage hypnosis as well, and people get confused, and we have to be very clear as hypnotherapists to differentiate, because stage hypnosis is when, you know, people go on the stage and they're made to quack like a duck, and some people will say that, you're going to make me do that. No, no, that's not going to benefit you. I'm not here to laugh at you. So no, it's very different. This is for solely the purpose of helping you.
And can you confirm that you are a licensed hypnotherapist, and that there are associations of hypnotherapists in the UK running the industry, running that particular
Oh, indeed. Yes, they are. I'm actually even part of the society. I'm giving them a little plug here now, the British Society of Clinical and Academic Hypnosis, BISCA for short, and they actually are the oldest society that train medical professionals to do hypnosis, and that's medical hypnosis. And I'm also trained with an association for solution-focused hypnotherapists, which they've got branches all over the UK, and they're growing. And there are other places that train. But yeah, I chose to use these particular places to train with. So I've got different types of training actually as a dentist.
We have a question from Margaret. She says, are there certain people who aren't suitable for hypnotherapy, or even situations that might not be applicable for hypnotherapy or recommended for hypnotherapy? Two good questions.
Good, very, very good question. Yes. So hypnotherapy, we don't automatically just take everybody on. You know, it's not like another business that they just attract the clients and just get on with it. We have to go through a process where we take a history, like, well, medical professionals. We have to make sure that you are medically suitable. Sometimes we may advise that you go and see your doctor or your care provider first. It might not be suitable straight away, and so that's why we always advise that you check with your care provider that you are okay, because yeah, there are conditions where hypnosis could be problematic for you. You know,
what kind of conditions would you say those would be? Give us a couple examples.
Well, I'm not a psychiatrist, but psychosis, if anyone was suffering from that, for instance. So yeah, I can't go into all the details, but it's something that, you know, that's why they should check. But on the whole, most people can have hypnotherapy. There are a small percentage of people that it won't work for, and it's not suitable for everybody. You know, not everybody might like it. You know, it's not their kind of cup of tea.
Can everybody be hypnotized? Let's say there's no psychosis involved. Can everybody accept or receive hypnotherapy, or there's some people that you just can't get them into that state?
To be honest, there are some situations, as I say, there's a small percentage of people that can't be hypnotized for whatever reason, and it also depends on the personality. You know, some people might just be very resistant. They could be very analytical. They just don't allow themselves to relax, to go into that state, because bear in mind what I said before, you know, you can go into that state yourself, but it needs a lot of trust, a lot of rapport. You have to want to be with the therapist who is going to help you. You know, you have to believe that they are going to help you. So there's a very strong element of that, I would say.
Trust. I understand that. And I think that applies as well to people who go to any kind of energy healer, including feng shui people like myself, because that you have to establish that foundation of trust before any of the energetic changes can happen. So And I think also certain people find it hard to meditate because their minds are so busy and they're so analytical. Again, they have to be able to allow themselves to relax and to find trust in the situation. So it's similar.
It's very true. And it's quite right as well. Some people, I mean, trust is very important. You want to make sure that nothing, who's that? Me, he.
That's my phone up.
Yeah, you
But
need
I
to
will
be able
mute.
to trust. Yeah, because you don't want something bad to happen. You don't want to be quacking like a duck or anything, really, do you? So I can understand. Do you know, actually, I wanted to say as well, I did actually have the experience of stage hypnotism myself. That was my first experience before I became, involved in hypnotherapy. So I knew what that feeling was. And they didn't make me do anything really stupid. I just had to stand on the stage and I imagined I was holding onto a balloon. And it was a really floaty sensation. I allowed myself to go with it, and it was just literally like feeling like your inhibitions have been, let down a little bit. Like you've had, if any of you drink alcohol, I don't know, but, if you've had a couple of drinks, so you're not really completely out of it. You know what you're doing, but you just feel relaxed and you just go with it. So that's how I would explain it. Everybody's different, but that's my.
And Margaret asked any situations that might not be suitable for hypnotherapy. The first question was about the people, and the second one is about the situations.
Situations. Okay. Well, okay. You need to be in a safe environment. And ideally, I mean, if you're actually having the session with a therapist or even doing hypnotherapy on your own afterwards, because as a therapist, I provide a relaxation audio to my clients to listen to. So when they're doing that as well, they have to be, or you have to be, I'm talking to you like you're going to be my clients here. You would have to listen to it, when you're in a safe, undisturbed place. So not when you're driving. Please don't do it when you're driving. I would say you should be at home, ideally, or somewhere safe, or on a sofa, on a bed, somewhere where you're comfortable and not disturbed.
So I'm going to answer Margaret's question. Margaret, definitely not when you're driving.
So even if you suffer with road rage, please don't do it.
I have a question. You said that you were trained or aligned with both medical hypnotherapy and solution-based hypnotherapy. Can you tell us the difference between them? Like, what is medical hypnotherapy? Do you go to the dentist and not get any numbing of your teeth because they hypnotize you? Or what's medical hypnotherapy? And what is solution-based hypnotherapy?
Can't go into it too much, but medical hypnosis, dental hypnosis, we were originally the ones who provided hypnotherapy, back in the day, because there's a long history. That's for another time. But traditionally, yes, surgeons would perform surgery without anesthesia. Anesthesia wasn't even around. Imagine how painful that would have been. So to be able to relax the patient, to be able to do certain procedures was a real blessing. And in dentistry, I have seen a video where somebody had surgery, they had an implant placed solely under hypnosis. So this is the power of how wonderful it is. I can't hear you, Wendy. You're on silent.
You saw my dramatic movements. I said, what's happening?
No, I don't blame you.
What's happening?
But you know what? I have got myself into a state of deep, calm relaxation. Nobody likes being in the dental chair, really. Don't think it's anyone's favorite place. So, as a dentist, even I have to go to the dentist sometimes. And I have done that. I've done my own self-hypnosis and just got myself really calm. So it's a wonderful skill to learn for yourself. And so as well as providing the relaxation audio, I mean, ultimately what I want to do, I'm going to be telling you some secret here now, but I would love to create my own app, so my clients could just play that wherever they are, and it's just ready for them. These things are available already, so
and you will. What is?
And I will one day.
What is solution-based hypnotherapy? What's the difference between?
You know what? You're asking really good questions. I love this, Wendy. Honestly, solution-focused hypnotherapy. Again, I chose this particularly because it's wonderful. I know I'm not even getting paid to say this, but the reason why I chose solution focused hypnotherapy is, as the name suggests, we're focusing on solutions. We're being positive. We don't need to go digging into the past. There are forms of hypnotherapy where you can do past life regression, go into the past and really unearth what's been going on. The focus here is the present. We're looking at the now and moving forward. So there's no counselling as such involved. You don't need to go into really dark stuff, and it's meant to be quite an uplifting experience. So although I can do the other things, this is what I'm choosing to focus on. We get really fast results. And the way I've been taught, it incorporates a lot of techniques over the years that have tried and tested, scientifically backed as well. And so it's kind of like the best of the best. Not that I'm going to try and be competitive with all the other types out there, but this is what I've been told. And I know it works. I've seen it work on so many people, and I even, while we were training, we did it on each other. So, we were our own little guinea pigs at the time. But you have to do it on yourself first to know.
You did mention that you were going to tell us about Lakshmi Hypnotherapy. Could you tell us what that is?
Okay, well, I'm going to pronounce it the Indian way, which is Lakshmi.
Thank you.
Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and prosperity. And although my business is not going to be deeply religious, there is this element of spirituality, and that's quite a strong thread for me. I mix science with spirituality, and when I first started the business, I was like, are people going to be ready for this? I'm not quite sure. But the more I've done this, the further I've gone along, it just feels like this is the right thing for me to do. And the name was just given. It was actually one of my nicknames as a child as well. Rashmi, Lakshmi is sounding pretty similar, but they have different meanings. Rashmi means a ray of sunshine, the first ray of hope, which I try and live up to. And Lakshmi, as I say, is this goddess of wealth. And I'm aspiring to that. But also, she is the goddess that, as an entrepreneur, all business people worship her so that their businesses are successful. So I thought, this is great. I will go with this. And she's also connected with dreams. So hypnotherapy is connected with making dreams come true as well. So it all seemed to tie up together.
So Lakshmi Hypnotherapy is this is the name of your own practice, is that right?
Yes, that's the name of my business.
Okay, thank you. So tell us what's going on in your business. What are you offering?
Okay, so from last time, some of you may know, the main business is Lakshmi Hypnotherapy. That is the umbrella business. And that's where I offer all of these services that I mentioned before. Standard, straightforward hypnotherapy, which is tried and tested. And I've got lots of reviews and lots of testimonials about it. And through joining the group with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, through lockdown, I was in the proximity of so many entrepreneurs, and they were showing us how to help our businesses marketing. And they introduced this idea of creating courses as well. And the more and more I was learning, the more I thought, okay, I could do this too. And they were teaching about coaching. And I was thinking, what I do is already hypnotherapy with an element of coaching. But this seemed to be fascinating because what I realized, what I learned was actually hypnotherapy plus coaching gives an even faster, more effective process, a method of reaching your goals. So I've actually pioneered this. I've actually called it, I came up with the term hypnotherapeutic coaching. So that was quite a big thing. It took me a while to figure out how I'm going to do this exactly. How am I going to create this course? So I've created it, and it's called Prime Your Mind for Success. There, you see it on the title there, so that makes sense. And my goal has been to create a survival to thrival package, a toolkit, and that primarily I'm aiming for the healthcare professionals, as I say, through COVID. That was the aim, but it's for everybody. So I'm including aspects of how to help with insomnia, stress management, and burnout and building resilience. So it's to help you basically handle anything through life that just gets you, and it's helped me. So I've just run my first sleep event, and shall I jump the gun here, Wendy, or do you want to ask me later?
Oh, are you going to be having another sleep event?
I am, yes.
Funny.
So kind of you to ask. Yes, I've just set the date just today for you, because I knew I was coming to this. I thought, oh, I better set the date now. So it's running from the 28th, 29th and 30th. On this.
What is a sleep event, Rashmi?
3 days, so it'd be 3 hours, an hour every day of tips and techniques that you can use and implement straight away to improve your sleep. So you'll learn a lot, and you'll be able to take away valuable information straight away. And
is this
people
a free
who can
event, or is this a paid event?
offer. Sorry?
Is this a free event, or is this a paid event?
Oh, for the princely sum of £37, you get all this information.
I see.
And I have a VIP upgrade as well. So if you,
Of course.
yeah, if you upgrade, then you'll get a free consultation with me, a breakthrough consultation, and also free personalized relaxation audio when you sign up with me as well.
Thank you. Now that you've mentioned relaxation, I know you promised to lead the tribe in one of your relaxation practices. Is this a good time?
Oh, I would love to do that for you. Yes.
Okay, over to you.
I'd love to. So first of all, I just want to make sure that everybody's comfortable. And yeah, just seat yourself somewhere where you've got neck support, ideally. So you can either sit on a sofa. I noticed Janelle sitting on a chair there. If you want to move to a sofa, or if you want to be on a bed, you can do. So if you know, whatever's comfortable for you.
I'm going to have to move because I don't have anything behind my back. So I'm going to move.
Yeah, I don't want you to fall down.
As soon as I know that I'm finished. Okay.
I would love to see you, ideally, if I could see your faces, because then I can check how you're breathing, which would be great. And also, I would just like to say, if you want to get some water, please do. I can give you a couple of moments to do that, so that, because you might feel quite, yeah, you're good, Wendy. Yeah, because you might feel thirsty afterwards. I know you do your meditation sessions regularly, so the others may already know this. So.
If I move, you won't see me. So when I stay here, then.
Oh, bless you. Oh, have you got a cushion or something? I don't want you to get a crick in your neck. Oh, you're at work, Janelle. No problem. I'm just glad you're here. I'm not going to do it for too long anyway, so yeah, I don't think you'll fall down or anything. You show me your work environment. Great. Oh, wow. I think you definitely need to relax. That looks very intense. Oh, bless you. Oh, Margaret. Okay, well, see how you get on. The ideal scenario is for you to lie down, but this is just a taster. So if you're ready, think of this like a bedtime story, by the way, everyone. So if you're ready, I shall begin. If you give me a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Janelle. If you want to, Margaret and Terry, if you just put the emoji or something, a little fantastic, great stuff. Okay, right then. So I invite you to make yourself comfortable, placing your feet firmly on the floor. Just wait for Janelle to come back, actually. Just 1 second. Okay. Right, so I invite you to make yourself comfortable, just placing your feet firmly on the floor and just letting your hands rest comfortably on your lap. I wonder if you could look up at a spot at the very top of your head, and while you're looking up, allow your eyes to close, feeling the tension in your eyelids and then just let it go. Bringing your eyes to a comfortable position and feel how comfortable your eyelids can be, just resting gently on your eyes. And maybe you can begin to let that comfort drift into all the little muscles of your head, face, and neck. Maybe become aware of the space within your mouth, the position of your tongue. You could imagine that comfort flowing down into your neck and shoulders, maybe as a colour, maybe just as a really pleasant feeling. Let that comfort drift down your arms, right to your fingertips. You might notice a tingling feeling or a feeling of warmth in your hands as you feel more and more comfortable. Just let that comfort flow into the muscles around your chest, down into your back and stomach, and let the muscles of your stomach just go loose and relaxed as that comfort drifts down, letting all the noises just recede into the background, contributing to that feeling of safety and comfort. Letting the comfort drift down your legs, right the way down to your toes. And you can begin to notice just how this comfort feels for you. Maybe you feel really heavy as you sink deeper and deeper into that comfort. Or maybe you'll begin to feel light and floaty as you drift deeper and deeper. Or maybe you'll begin to lose awareness of just where your arms and legs really are. But however you experience it, it's perfect for you. Just enjoy that lovely relaxed feeling. And as your conscious mind notices how your body's responding, your unconscious mind can help you to double that calm, comfortable feeling. Letting go with each outgoing breath to become just as deeply relaxed as you want to be. Now you're resting comfortably there, listening to the sound of my voice here. With your eyes closed comfortably, you can become aware of your eyes and how you're in control and how you could open them should you wish, and that's fine. Because I really wouldn't want you to go into hypnosis too quickly. I prefer that you discover how much easier it is to simply to allow the events to occur in their own time and in their own way. And as you allow that feeling to continue in your shoulders, your leg, your hand, and as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice, the sounds that surround you, the distant murmur of traffic, and paying close attention now to those feelings as they occur as you wonder at your own ability to let go completely and drift, while your conscious mind has already begun to drift off somewhere else, allowing the body to relax and the mind to relax, without knowing at all how much more comfortable and relaxed you can become. I wonder if you can remember now those experiences of drifting off while sitting comfortably watching television, so engrossed in the storyline, listening to the voices as your eyes closed to rest quietly for a moment in time, hearing the music or those words spoken in that quiet and relaxed way. When a word or a sound comes to mind, a particular memory, and you drift into that memory, a dream away for a time, come back to the words again, until the words and the music become a soothing murmur, a relaxing sound, heard only in the background of the mind, like a conversation overheard, a peaceful and quiet time. And the subconscious part of the mind continues to hear all that is important to you, as your conscious mind drifts off to another place, without really noticing. There's no need for you to make the effort to try to hear or to understand everything that's said or not said here. As you rest so quietly there, you really have known all along how much easier it is to learn when you're relaxed, though I wouldn't want you to relax too quickly at first. I'd prefer that you discover now how much easier it is to recognize the small changes, the tiny changes, almost imperceptible changes happening in your breathing and in your pulse, how quiet and comfortable you become as that feeling of security relaxes you even deeper than before. Your unconscious may choose to relax just one of your fingers before it continues to relax one of your thumbs. Or perhaps it'll discover that your wrist will be a handier place to begin relaxing, where the conscious of your mind can enjoy being curious about exactly where those feelings will begin. I'd like you now to go to a very special place. A place where you can feel completely relaxed and safe and calm. It might be a place you've visited, or it might be a place that your mind finds for you. It may be inside or outside. But when you're there in your own special place, just give me a nod. That's good. I want you to look all around you. See the colours, all the shapes. Smell any smells that might be there, and hear any sounds associated with a place that you have chosen. Feel any feelings, the texture of whatever you're resting on, the temperature of the air. This is your own special place, a place where you can come when you need to relax, to recharge your batteries, a place where any suggestions you give yourself will sink straight down into your unconscious mind and begin to exert an effect on how you think, how you feel, how you behave. So that each time that you use these techniques, it'll become easier for you to become even more relaxed, even more quickly. Now, in a few moments, when you're ready, I'd like you to come back to the here and now, knowing that you can always come back to this special place. And now, as I count back from 3 to 1, you'll awaken, feeling fully awake, refreshed and alert. On the count of 3, become aware of the sounds in the distance and the temperature of the air on your face. Count of 2, become aware of your head there resting on your cushion and your body supported by your chair or your bed. On the count of 3, or count of 1, you can open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. How's that for everyone? Terry, you're back.
Terry gave you a heart.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's lovely.
Check the chat and see if we have any anybody coming out of their trance to give us any comments. Yeah. Yes. Oh, we got some hearts on Facebook as well.
Oh, that's nice. I can't see on the Facebook, so.
Yeah, we have some hearts, but nobody's saying anything. I think you have everybody so relaxed. And
Oh.
Yes. So Terry says to you on the chat that was lovely. And
Thank you.
I think on another Terry on the Facebook says that was peaceful. Thank you. And
Very
I'd
welcome.
love to hear from you guys on Facebook as well. The other people. Margaret says your voice is very soothing. but
It's her environment, yeah.
environment is noisy, so she couldn't go deeply.
Yeah.
Arlene,
Depending on where she is, yeah, because with the training, as you do it more and more regularly, all that sound in the distance, you learn to block it out.
yes. But Arlene on Facebook said, very relaxing. Thank you.
Wonderful.
So if anybody has any questions for Dr. Rashmi, this is the time, or anything you'd like to share with her.
Thank you, Janelle.
Yes. Janelle says very calming, lovely voice for this.
I'd love to know, actually. I'd love to ask you, all of you, how your experience was. As you say, it's calming. I mean, that's lovely, thank you. But how did you actually feel through it?
Oh, let's see if anybody answers that. Again, I'll check.
I can go.
Yes, please, Janelle.
So usually I have difficulty meditating because I have a much brain that doesn't rest. It's always going all over the place. And it still traveled a bit, but not as much. And it was a lot easier to come back in. I think your voice was just really, really helpful. So it's not the ideal spot. I'm in my office, we have no AC, and I had to close the door so nobody would pass by and think I'm sleeping. So, you know, even though it was hot, I was still able to calm down, and I could feel some of the tension in my neck slipping away, and, you know, I was trying to follow the instructions. I'm not sure what I was expecting to feel. You know,
that's fine. And I think it's because of your environment, really. You couldn't allow yourself to completely go, and you have, obviously, if your colleagues in the background trying to figure out, is she working or what's she doing, then you can't let yourself go fully. So that's totally understandable. But you gave it a go.
My brain didn't wander as much as it could, so that was good. So it was a nice experience. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you for trying it.
Love your voice. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so that is my hypno voice. What do you say? I don't always use that voice, but yeah, it's a trait. Well, actually, I've been told I've been gifted with it, because there is a training to do, but when it depends on who's teaching you. Not everybody teaches you. It's something that you pick up, and it's also something that, you know, when you're doing it as a one-to-one, this is why I wanted the cameras on. I can gauge from a person how they're breathing and pace, and, you know, when there's, you know, a few of you and the cameras are off, it's more difficult. But I hope it was good for the people who, you know, who are not on camera as well.
I'd like to ask Terry, can you say a few words about how the experience was for you? And I will mute because I have somebody in the garden next door. So Terry, can you say a few words?
Hi, I feel like I'm still in the trance, actually. So I feel really, really relaxed, really calm, and really sleepy.
You'll sleep well. Yeah, you'll sleep well tonight. I did put in the direction that you'll be awake and alert, but sometimes it can take a few minutes. And, you know, drink your water. Drink some water, and don't do operate any machinery until you feel fully alert. You know, don't be don't do anything dangerous now. don't go driving, please.
Noted.
But yes, after a session, it's wise to just give it a few moments until you're back. And I do know that feeling as well, because it's quite addictive. Really, when I used to have the sessions, to be honest, when I do this on my clients, I sometimes go into a state of trance myself. I will put my hands up to this. This is why it's so relaxing for me to do. I love doing it.
Okay, so now my turn. Oh no, Maggie, would you like to say something about your experience? I know that you have a very active brain as well, and you're also in a noisy environment like Janelle, but it'd be interesting to know how it affected you.
Well, I was able to get down to a certain level of relaxation, because I did find my muscles were getting less tense, were feeling less tense. I think my problem is that sometimes when I'm hearing a voice in my head, like as you were speaking and guiding us through, I think I tend to focus too much on the voice. So I don't actually release, like my mind doesn't release completely.
That's okay. That's absolutely fine. Whenever you have sessions of hypnotherapy, what you'll notice is you can feel different things at different times as well. So whatever you need to feel at that time is what you'll experience. So, you know, you're in a safe place. Sometimes if you've got some problems to solve, you switch off from the voice and your mind is working in the background, and then you can come back and forward. You know, it's a strange experience, but you know, everyone's different, and so there's no right or wrong.
Thank you, Maggie. I would like to say something. In the chat, we still have people who say, you know, relaxing, etc. So we have no questions in the chat. So I'd like to say something before we wrap up. Oh, got something from Arlene. She said, I feel slowed down in a very pleasant, peaceful way. Lakshmi's voice was very pleasing to me. Oh, that nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
I
I would
you
like
back.
okay, so I would like to say that I feel the same. Your voice was really wonderful for this practice. And I in fact, I fell in love with your voice. That's what I can say. The tone, the phrasing, yes, it's a learned skill, but you do it magnificently. And that voice is what was the anchor. And I'm very practiced in doing meditative skills, and yet this one was different because, of course, you were talking, you were guiding, you were leading in such detail, and right down to the little special place where you allowed the person to feel safe and also to receive there if they want to, and to go and come from that safe space. And I love that kind of directionality that you gave. So I found it different and very beautiful. And yes, you had me at hello from the time you started. I gave myself up completely to the experience, no resistance whatsoever. So I'm going to go back to the view where we see everyone, because I had it on a view where I just saw the speaker. Unless there's any more questions for her or for any comments for her, I'd like to say thank you so much, Rashmi, for this session. Thank you so much for sharing with us that little gem and for letting the tribe know what you're about and what you're up to. Is there any way that, would you leave in the chat, or, you know, how people can get in touch with you, or tell the tribe how they can get in touch with you to find out more?
With pleasure, of course. Yeah, as I say, I've got my sleep event coming. So if you want more of me, contact me. You know, I've got two websites you can get me on.
Yes,
Sorry?
Lakshmi Hypnotherapy has got one.
Hypnotherapy and Prime Your Mind for Success. If you want a faster, if you want to go there faster wherever you want to go, as I say, the hypnotherapy with the coaching is something I'm working on now. It's the new thing, but they both work, you know. So I will tailor it to whatever you need and whatever you want. So everybody's different, and I hope this shows how much I love doing this, and I see the results in people.
And how much we love hearing your voice. We got some more hearts from Facebook. So on behalf of the tribe, thank you so much. Thank you all for being here.
I'm going to say another thing, actually. I've got my own YouTube channel, so I'm creating my own videos. So look out for that also, Prime Your Mind for Success, because I'm going to put, there'll be free videos for you. I'm going to put some relaxation audios. I'm going to create some soon. So yeah, just follow me, and I will guide you there.
And in fact, Rashmi, when you do have the YouTube channel up and running, you can, I invite you to put it on the thread attached to this event so people will know it's ready. Okay.
I will do. Yeah, I've got one already, but yeah, there's a lot of work. There's only one of me. I'm doing everything.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Okay. So again, once again, on behalf of the tribe, I thank you for being here with us today and sharing your wonderful skill. And for those of you who came to join us on Zoom and on Facebook, you know, we couldn't do it without you. We do it for you, but we couldn't do it without you. So many blessings. Thanks for being here, everyone. Namaste.
Thank you, everybody. Namaste. Bye-bye.